This is a Queen Bee Radio High School sports presentation. Queen Bee Radio proudly brings you Grant Regional Health, sponsored by Claire Bank, Cuba City Family Dental, Culver's of Dubuque, Galena, and Platteville, Edward Jones representative Ben Reeves and Elena Reeves, Fuller's Milker Center, Nutrition World, the Peterson Agency, Raleigh Cheese, the Shoebox, and Tricor Insurance.
From the Jerry Pettigrew Gymnasium at Cuba City High School. Tonight, it's Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school sports, presented by Wolf Construction and Myers Heating Cheese at the intersection of Highways 11 and 23 in the heart of Lafayette County. Don't forget the cheese. We'll get to the starting lineups in just a bit of tonight's game. Broadcasting from the Wolf Construction broadcast table on the stage at Cuba City High School, I'm Mark Evenstad, and this is usually one of the bigger games of the year when it involves Darlington and Cuba City. JV game just about to finish up, and we'll get going with the broadcast of the game. We'll have our injury report sponsor, our Raleigh Cheese pregame show. We'll ask the coaches about players on the Russell Law Office injury report. If you've been injured, contact Russell Law Offices. Their experienced team of law, WI.com. Our game tonight also brought to you by Claire Bank, with their 8 locations in southwest Wisconsin, proudly supporting high school sports. Claire Bank, when they say we can do that, member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Anderson Weber Toyota of Dubuque, powering our audio stream. Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque, when you are ready. Community First Bank, for you and the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank, cfbank.com, member FDIC. On our pregame, we'll chat with Tom Uppida, the coach of the Darlington Rednecks, on Super Hits 106 and superhits106.com.
Pre-game 1.
People's State Bank is a locally owned and managed bank with convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology and low fees, People's State Bank is it. At Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
'Tis the season of giving and gratitude. At Crescent Community Health Center, we want to take a moment to express our heartfelt thanks to all the heroes in our community who have supported us throughout the year. To our dedicated staff, passionate volunteers, and generous donors, we are grateful for the compassion and care. You inspire us with your strength and resilience. You are the reason we strive to provide the best medical, dental, and brain health care services to everyone in our community. This holiday season, we invite you to continue being a hero for our patients. Whether it's through a donation, volunteering your time, or simply spreading the word about Crescent Community Health Center, your support means the world to us. Together, we can create an environment where everyone has access to quality health care. Learn more at crescentchc.org.
It's a teal Christmas at Potosa Reads for a Cure and the Avery Foundation in support of their efforts to increase ovarian cancer awareness within our community. In return, guests will receive a free gift bag with over $50 worth of goodies from Potosa Spa and the Hotel Julian Dubuque. Spots are limited, so book yours now. Learn more at potosaspa.com.
And superhits106.com. Welcome to our pregame of tonight's game between the Darlington Redbirds and the Cuba City Cubans. Swall Conference Boys High School basketball action, and here we already have a huge matchup early in the season between Darlington, and if you don't get off to a nice start, you can overcome that as the season goes on, but right now it's just nice to be 3-0.
It is, especially like you said with the teams that we're playing. We're some pretty solid competition here with Platteville and Belleville non-conference, and then throw Cuba City in the mix for our first conference game.
Point there, it's almost like a round-robin series going on.
Yeah, it is. We have a lot of the same opponents. Yeah, Belleville just played Cuba City last week, so we're kind of making the rounds with the schedules, but it's good. I think we all have the same idea. We want to play good competition and challenge ourselves early.
Now, when you've had your game so far, probably the more natural thing defensively is to crowd around Will Murray. Don't give him a chance to catch the ball. Don't let him have a chance to shoot the ball. But once he gets the ball down on the post on a pass, mostly it's after he's grabbed himself a rebound. Then everybody gets after him.
Yeah, it's. I think that's a credit too to the rest of his teammates, where it's not just the Will Murray show. Now he had 26 in each of his first 2 games, and that's obviously impressive, and it's going to draw some. We've got a nice solid team of a bunch of different guys that can make things happen.
You know, it used to be you play Cuba City, you kind of know what's coming, but it's a little bit different this year with a new coach, with Coach Sheeby, but he has shown the propensity to show some new things and make those things work.
Yeah, it's going to be a different look for sure. It's weird not having Coach Pettigrew here. Got some big shoes to fill, but I know he's going to do a good job here. He is trying some new things, definitely not the same things that Cuba City has done. But, you know, after you give him some time to get settled in, I think he's going to do a real good job here.
It's kind of weird this time of year because you have these non-conference games, but you also have a mixture of conference games. So after the 1st of January, you sprinkle that in with some of these December and early January conference games, and that kind of gives you a little bit of a look-see of really what the conference is going to be all about.
Yeah, it does. It is a little strange. I know a lot of other conferences really load up their non-conference first, and then they'll eventually get to their conference schedule. But with us, it's kind of mixed in throughout the season. So you do get an early look. It's a little different this year. We've usually had Cuba City and your Mineral Points towards the end of the conference schedule, but now it's flipped, and they're a little earlier. So we got to be on our A game.
Jump into the mix, too. But it's hard to say who it's going to be. Southwestern is really good at playing to the level of their competition. They are a tough out when they're taking on some really tough teams. But the rest of them I don't know really a whole lot about.
Yeah, a little bit of unknowns. There's some new coaches down there. There's, Southwestern's got the same coach, and they, like you said, they always get a couple of upsets every year. They beat us last year. They beat Mineral Point. I mean, they're always well coached and well prepared, so that's never an easy place to go. Wait and see what happens there.
And there you go, folks. That is Tom Uppana, the coach of the Darlington Redbirds, on our Raleigh Chiefs pregame show. We're back after this timeout on Super Hits 106 and superhits106.com.
Pregame 2.
24/7, 365. Myers Heating and Cooling is your trusted residential heating and cooling system service provider. Join Myers Comfort Club for peace of mind throughout the year and around the clock. Myers Heating and Cooling in Lancaster. Don't worry, we got this.
For residential, commercial, or ag building projects, call on Wolf Construction LLC of Lancaster, proud to back our local athletes.
If your goal is to improve mobility, reduce pain, or return to a more active lifestyle, Grant Regional Health Center's therapy team is here and ready to help. From physical and occupational therapy to cardiopulmonary rehab, sports medicine, and speech therapy, our team works with you to create an individualized treatment plan so you can get to feeling better and moving better. You can count on our team to help you every step of the way. Learn more.
Mattress, you'll notice that we are invested in finding the right mattress for you. Our trained and experienced sales staff won't sell you something you don't need or want. We care about you, the customer, and want you to get the best night's sleep possible. That's our goal. Stop in today along Highway 20, directly across from Tyson's. Dubuque Mattress, for the rest of your life.
Dubuque Mattress Factory, you get a little snooze time.
The weather can be unpredictable, so insurance, land research, and real estate transfers, making your closing a success. Access Title Company in Lancaster and at accesstitlecompany.com.
Go Access Title. Go Access Title.
Pregame 2.
Super Hits Darlington Redbirds 3-0 at Cuba City to take on the Cubans, who are 1-1. And Tanner Sheeby, the coach of the Cuba City Cubans, is joining us right now, coming off of a loss to Belleville. That's one of those, Tanner, that you never felt you were really out of it, but it was kind of hard to picture yourself being in it, just kind of the way the second half played out. They got a double-digit lead, but you guys shaved it down, but just couldn't overtake them in that second half.
Yeah, put all that ball pressure on, and our guys, this is a brand new system, and we're teaching them brand new stuff. we're only 3 weeks into the season. And so we could see some youth and some inexperience from our guys in the second half, and that's kind of how they got that 10-point lead. But, with our guys, we're real tough and gritty, and as we pushed and made a run, I'll have a good game tonight.
When it comes to coming back when you got a double-digit deficit, what you basically have to do is get into a hot streak, hit 5 out of 6 shots, and then you also have to get your opponent into a little bit of a slump. And actually, you guys did that. You got it down to a 4-point ball game in the second half, but they're just
you're going to have your ups and your downs, and you just try and eliminate your downs as much as you can. You want to keep going up and up and up. And so I think that we made a run. It was just a little early. You want to make the run right at the end of the game, and I think we just made a run a little too early. And like I said, Miles missed a 3, and then the next possession, Andy took a charge and they called a block, and by that time it was a 7-point game, and it was kind of hard to come back from that.
We're talking to Tanner Sheeby, the Darlington, one of those programs where they played in state basketball tournaments before. Seems like they're a perennial power. They're one of the top teams in the Swell Conference. I'm sure old Coach Pettigrew has cued you in on a lot of what he has usually seen over the years from Darlington.
Yeah, absolutely. I try and stay in touch with once in a while. Before the season, we met and we talked about the conference and everybody that is coming back. And Darlington last year won the conference, so returned a lot of the guys. Their best player, Will Murray, he's a 4-year player for them, and so they'll have a lot of experience. But sometimes it's really hard to play in Pettigrew Gymnasium, and so I think that tonight's a good night to knock off the number 1 team.
Yes, when they're playing certain schools, Southwestern, they're a tough out. But early in the season, though, this is one of those that kind of determine whether you're going to be a player toward the end. Certainly, you probably won't be the number 1 ranked team when you're taking on them. They're the number 1 ranked team, but this kind of offers kind of an incentive to just kind of compare what your program is right now and where you'd like it to be when we get to that last week of the season.
Yeah, we talked to them about, we never talk about wins and losses. We talk about doing the right thing over and over. We're going to defend them, but really we're going to focus on what we want to overcome and the challenges that we have created the first couple of weeks and how we can fix those things and just continue to get better and better. We want our best basketball to be playing in January. If Darlington plays their best game tonight, I think it'll be a long season for them because it's so early in the season. So what we're trying to do is, create our best basketball over the course of the year. And then when the season's at the end, hopefully we're playing our best basketball. So this is just a test tonight of how can we improve from the last game to this. At the end of the game, and we come out not victorious. There's still things that we can learn and get better at, but we're trying to improve every single day, and that's kind of our goal.
And there you go, Tanner Sheeby, the coach of the Cuba City Cubans, on the Raleigh Cheese pregame show. We're coming back after this timeout on Super Hits 106 and superhits106.com.
Pregame 3. Are you looking for a checking account with no monthly requirements or service charge? People's State Bank's People's Checking Account is just what you're looking for. This accounting costs to you. We're your local community bank ready to serve you. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Heads Up Salon. Sherry, Jenny, Brittany, and Sydney at Heads Up do highlights, color, cuts, perms, and new barbering services too. Heads Up Salon, North Jefferson Street, Lancaster. Turpin Dodge salutes Andrea Biddick, RN at Unity Point Finley's Birthing Suites. Turpin will honor Andrea with a donation to Finley Health Foundation Healthy Births.
Super Hits 106 and superhits106.com. Welcome back to our Raleigh Cheese pregame show, and our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school sports is presented by Wolf Construction and Myers Heating and Cooling. Let's bring you the starting lineup for brand new dairy setup or existing parlor remodel. Fuller's in Lancaster, Richland Center, and at Fuller'sMilkerCenter.com. First, for the visiting Darlington Redbirds, 3-0. They are coached by Tom Uppena in his 8th season with a record of 148-32. And he is assisted by Christian Rupp and Tanner Havens. Senior, averaging 12.7 points a game, number 4, Reagan Jackson. A 6-foot senior, averaging 13.3 points a game, number 10, Brady Long. A 6'3" senior, averaging 6.7 points a game, number 11, Carter Murray. And a 6'3" sophomore averaging 14.3 points per game, number 12, Broker Busher. Now the nutrition in his first year with a record of 1-1. And he is assisted. The assistant coaches include the freshman coach, Wyatt Molitor, and varsity assistant, Tyler Timmerman. Their lineup goes like this. A 6'2" junior, number 0, averaging 8.5 points a game, Henry Cruiser. A 6'2" junior, averaging 8.5 points a game, number 1, Tyson Richard. A 6' junior, averaging 13 points, Hinderman. And a 6'1" senior, averaging 10 points a game, number 32, Andy Miller. That's your starting lineup for the Redbirds and for the Cubans. I'm Mark Evenstand from the Wolf Construction Broadcast Table. Bring you tonight's game. No significant injuries to report from either side. Well, I do have one, and that is Chase Marshall for Cuba City. He was ill today, so where'd that go? Here we go. The Indiana Pacers beat the Milwaukee Bucks in the in-season tournament, 128-119. That was the final. Pacers 128, the Bucks 119. We have a couple of other games that we'll keep tabs on. Southwestern and Mineral, the color sponsor. That's brought to you by Cuba City Family Dental, Keeler Family Dental, and coming soon, Darlington Family Dental. 3 convenient locations to serve your dental needs. Cuba City, the home team, white trunks, white tops, gold numerals and lettering, and some gold trim and some gray trim on their uniforms. That's the uniform description presented by Cuba City Family Dental, Keeler Family Dental, and coming soon, Darlington Family Dental. 3 convenient locations to serve your dental needs. They have put 18 minutes up on the clock. We will get going with tonight's game between the Redbirds and the Cuba Conference Showdown. Now let's set it down to the floor for the playing of our national anthem. Magnificently done by a group from the Children's Choir here at Cuba City to bring you the national anthem. Our game tonight is being brought to you by Myers Heating and Cooling. Serve Mound City Bank's total line of credit, allowing you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop into Mound City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Learn more at moundcitybank.com. Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stoko, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, experience the difference. Russell Law, Awful Injury, Estate Planning, Family Law, Criminal Defense, Probate Administration, and more. Proudly serving Southern Wisconsin, that's Russell Law Office. Starting laps are being introduced to the fans here. Boy, nice-eyed crowd for an early season game. It's not jam-packed here, but it's close to it. Darlington has their starting 5 out right now. They're waiting around midcourt. Darlington, rather, Cuba City's starting 5. They huddle up under the basket, and now they break. And getting in position for the tip, Henry Cruiser for Cuba City. Will Murray for Darlington. Ball in the air, and the tap controlled by the Darlington Redbirds. And with a left-handed, now right-handed dribble. Busher takes wing right, dump the pass, low block right, off to Long. And a three on the way from top side, no good. A fight for the rebound. Murray's got it. He had it. And I guess a foul is being called. Thought maybe there'd be a travel. But it's going to be a Cuba City foul. And Long will inbound to Murray. And Murray, his first personal and first team. Now the Cubans will get their first crack at scoring. And here's Gavin Vossen. He'll walk it across the timeline against the Darlington D. He'll throw a pass to the right side and a three from the right side. That's the way you do it. That's Miles Hinderman with the three. And it's 3-0. Easy layup for Reagan Jackson laying it in. 3-2. Cuba City with the early lead. Off a down screen. It's Richard. Gets it to the wing left. And then he'll give it up and he'll go with Boston. Junction right. Takes one step back. Fires a three. Side iron no good. Straight on. Three ball. Good by Miles Hinderman. His second three of the ball game. And it's 6-2 Cuba City. Ahead to Murray. From behind the backboard. Reverse layup is no good. And grabbing the rebound is Miller. Up the right side of the floor. Tyson Richard has. Left-handed dribble. He'll back out. In and out. Rebound. Busher's got it. Busher across the timeline with a right-hand dribble. Now he'll cross over, come near the free throw line, and the jumper for Long for three is no good. Reaching high for the rebound. Miller's got it. Now he falls down, and he got hurt. Boy, he came down hard. I think he hit his head. Oh gosh, he's holding a bell, trying to shake that off. I think they'll take him over to the locker room just to get him a little time to grab a breather. He'll come out of the game, and into the game now is Nate Timmerman, 6'1" junior. No scoring average as of yet. So the Cubans will go with Hinderman. Good by Murray. Will Murray with his first bucket of the ball game, giving him 3 points. Cuba City leads 6-5. Now Cuba City has it. Richard, wing right, left-hand dribble. Now he'll switch to the right, go baseline right, and have the ball stripped out of bounds by Broker Busher, and it will be Cuba City basketball. First half, that is, and the inbound. It will come to Cruiser, corner right. Now switches, cut off by Murray. Now I have to give it up on top to Boston. He gets to the free throw line, jumper on the way, rattles out, no good. Rebound collected by Long for the Redbirds. He'll push it up the floor from the left. Jump pass down into the paint, and getting open momentarily is Carter Murray. Shot missed. Will Murray grabs it, puts it up and in from 7 feet away. Will Murray with 5 points. Tap to the baseline right, and a 5-second call. And it's a turnover on the Cubans. That's their first. Our game brought to you by Doolittle's Pub and Eatery on the Square in Lancaster. Gifting season upon us. Make them smile with what they want. Gift cards to Doolittle's. Doolittle's on the Square in Lancaster. And by Bytech Resource Management of Monroe, a greener way. Darlington. And they turn it over. As I mentioned, Bytech Resource Management of Monroe, a greener way. Bytech Resource Management of Monroe. Now here's the Cubans with a three-pointer from the left wing, no good. By Boston, rebound grab by Busher. Busher into the forecourt, crosses the timeline with it, back to the basket. Then a jump pass on the baseline for Murray, and it went off his fingertips and out of bounds. That's the fourth turnover on the Redbird. And he's going to work into the forecourt with it. A little short pass off to the right, going to Richard. Now junction left, and with it is Timmerman. Dribbles across the lane, and now Boston takes. Back over to the left. It is Hinderman on the dribble. Crossover dribble attempt. Taking it is Cruiser. Just outside the arc. Corner right, and there's Boston with it. Pass on the baseline, nearly stolen away. Now they find the open man, left side, and a three ball on the way. It bounces off the rim and good for Miles Hinderman. This is a layup attempt, but he was fouled. And Murray goes to the free throw line. Fouls on Boston, his first. for the Cubans, their second foul. It's kind of funny. You look at the scoreboard, they have the individual players listed, and only one player has any points. And that's Hinterman with 9. Free throw good by Will Murray. And Cuba City now leads 9 to 8 over Darlington. Second free throw good. 9-9 our score. 13:39 to go. First half. Cuba with it. Timmerman puts down the dribble. Junction right. And off a down screen. Curling in. Cruiser. Cruiser has a shot blocked out of bounds. And it'll be Cuba basketball left of the basket with 13:29 to go. Basketball brought to you by Bush Insurance, a proud partner of Pekin Insurance Company. Inbound. Tossed up on top. Timmerman head. Pulls it back. Now he'll give right to Vossen. Entry pass to Timmerman. Back out to Vossen. 3, no. High for the rebound. Murray, he's fouled. Will Murray got fouled that time on the defensive rebound. Back into the game now. Well, not necessarily back into the game, but Talon Veneta, 5-9. That one will go on Carter Murray. That's his first. Second on the Redbirds. 13:09 to play. 9-9 our score. Darlington brings in Zeke Zuberbuehler, a 6-foot freshman. He wears number 5, and he's into the game now. On the dribble, it's Miles Hinderman into the forecourt. Richard between the legs dribble. Pass off right with it, Hinderman. Back up on top, Timmerman. Now they work it to the left-hand side. Cruiser has. Jump pass, comes into the lane to Timmerman. Puts it off the glass too hard. And the rebound comes off to the Redbirds. In the backcourt with it is Tag Guiley. 6'2 junior has just checked in. Now the Redbirds on the offensive. And a nice weave down the lane. A layup attempt no good by Busher. He is fouled. His first team foul, number 2. And here's Long to the free throw line. Makes the first. That gives the Redbirds the lead at 10-9. We have 12:28 to play, first half. Second free throw. Good. Dribble. Timmerman, head of the wheel, dribbles a couple of times. He works it off to the right. They go back left with Cruiser. Cruiser keeps the dribble alive. Finds Richard. Left side, 3-ball. Oh, that's the way you do it. Tyson Richard. First points of the game. 12-11, the Cubans lead. Busher, corner left, 3. That's the way you do it. Broker, Busher. It was Miles Hinderman. Now they get it to Timmerman. High right. Out on the perimeter. And now to the free throw line. Jumper in and out by Tyson Richard. And the Redbirds have it. Forecourt with Brady Long. Dish it back out to Guiley. He'll let fly the 3. And that's the way you do it. Just over 11 minutes to play, first half. Now a jump pass from Talon Veneta, and an entry pass intended for, I believe, for Murray. It went out of bounds. It'll actually be Darlington basketball with 11:02 to play. I think that goes down to the turnover for the Cubans, their second. Darlington inbounds. Guiley had turnover. Quickly, the Cubans getting set to inbound with 10:53 to play till halftime, and the Peterson Agency halftime report. Hinderman off right, and getting it is Trevor Veneta. Entry pass, low block right, kick out, right side. Here's a 3, and it's good by Trevor Veneta. Boy, it's great to have guys like that coming off your bench, being able to give you 3 quick points. Reagan Jackson, and he puts it in. Now here's a 3-ball from the right-hand side. That is missed by the Cubans. 19-15, the Redbirds have the lead. Reagan Jackson on the dribble. Feeds Murray, mid-post left, turns, shoots from 6 feet out, and it's good. Murray has 9. And it's 21-15. Redbirds have the lead. Under 10 minutes to play. First out. He is on fire. And we have a timeout. What size timeout? It's a 30-second timeout. Well, I'm glad for that because we were halfway through the break in the action before we found out how long the break is. It's 21-18. Darlington leading Cuba City. Our basketball is brought to you by Carey's, Seamless, Livingston, Cuba City, Montford, and at Sloans.com. And Bob Hunthausen, your Platteville Edward Jones representative, saluting our athletes on their hard work. Bob Hunthausen, Edward Jones Investments off Business Highway 151, Insight Drive in Platteville. Here's our score, Darlington 21. Darlington has all 5. Now here's the Redbirds. Wide open, Reagan Jackson, 3 from the wing, right, no good. Rebound, Hinderman. And he comes into the forecourt with it. Shovel it back to Hinderman. Now he looks left and will throw left and get it to Richard. Richard waiting for a screen. No, Richard, he leaned in too much, bent the knee, and was called for a travel. Trying to give the appearance that he was waiting for a post-up, but he also moved for Dante Glendenning. He missed it, but they got the offensive rebound. Back out, Glendenning, ball fake, jumps into the lane, puts it up, good. And a foul. Dante Glendenning, a 5'10" freshman. He gets the 2 points on the basket, and he has a chance for 3. Talon Vanetta checks out into the game. Gavin Vossen for the Cubans. 9 down with the ball is Reagan Jackson, and he slipped and fell down. So that's traveling. And the 6th turnover on the Redbirds. 9:02 to go, 23-18. The Redbirds have the lead. I think there's some perspiration on the floor. You guys want to wipe that up? No? Okay. All right, we'll resume play. Pass to the left, going to Vossen. And posting up a high post right. Hinderman now takes. Hinderman makes the first move to his right and then goes baseline. Corner left, 3-ball. That's the way you do it. Tyson Richard. And that's his second 3 tonight. 23-21. Redbirds with a 2-point lead. A drive to the basket by Reagan Jackson, and the ball was stripped. And it'll be a shooting foul. Going to the free throw line will be Reagan Jackson, who has 4 points of the game tonight. For Jackson. No good. Score remains 23-21. Redbirds. Glendenning goes out, and Will Murray will come back onto the floor. Darlington looking to increase their 2-point lead. And he does, as he makes the second of the 2 free throws. I'd have to say both of these teams have very deep benches. I mean, not deep in the sense that they have, they can come off with 12 players, but guys who can come in and spell the starter. And now a rhythm 3 from the right, and back with it. A 3-ball on the part of Darlington. Made by Carter Murray? No. Anyway, they get the bucket, and now a long 2-pointer miss from the right side by Tyson Richard. And the Redbirds come back the other way with a lead feed from Busher. Shot it, miss. It crushed a box that I had sitting on my table here. It hit the crowd microphone and then crushed the box. Never seen that happen. Hope I never see it again. 27-24, the Redbirds have the lead. Now here's a bullet pass underneath and driving and Darlington with a 1-point lead. Busher, 3 from the corner, no good. Cuba's got the rebound. And Hinderman has it. Coach Tanner Sheevy calling out a play. The dribbling is taking place high right-hand side. Now a screen set by Timmerman trying to rub out Reagan Jackson. Now they work to the left. And on the dribble, handling it, Henry Cruiser. Timmerman takes off the weave, And here it is with Vandetta taking it on the outside. My arc, 6:23 to play till halftime. And Richard pulls up, tries a 10-footer, no good. Rebound comes off to Carter Murray. Ahead to Long. Long on the dribble to Busher, head of the wheel. Drives in a little bit, and a pass off to Reagan Jackson, fumbled. And he has to kick it up on top to Will Murray. Back up on top, it's Long with a three, straight on. No good, the ball goes out of bounds. Cuba City 26, we're coming back after this on Super Hits 106 and superhits106.com.
In game one.
Delicious wishes from Culver's. For a limited time, buy $40 in Culver's gift cards and get a free value basket. That's a gift for someone on your list and a gift for yourself. Enjoy a world-famous Butterburger like the Culver's Deluxe with real Wisconsin cheese, mayonnaise, lettuce, pickle, and tomato. Take care of holiday shopping and relax with a meal.
Happy holidays. This is Sue Rydell from the Bell Tower Theater inviting you to the hilarious comedy, A Double-Wide Texas Christmas. The brand new town of Double-Wide, population 10, is in trouble. They have been double-crossed, and now they have to save the town and save Christmas. Come on down to the Bell Tower Theater for Double-Wide Texas Christmas, December 1st to the 17th. Tickets are just $23. Call 588-3377 or visit belltowertheater.net.
In game one.
SoundCloud.com/Queen Bee Radio Sports. Back to the Jerry Pettigrew Gymnasium at Cuba City. 27-26, Darlington with the lead. Here's Cuba City trying to get into the lane, and a jumper from the free throw line is missed by Richard. Darlington with the rebound. They go mid-speed and get into the forecourt. Brady Long has. Now they go over to the weak side left, and Carter Murray has, but we have a whistle. And some pushing going on. 3 to play till halftime. Indeed, it is the 7th foul. The bonus coming up, and Will Murray at the free throw line. He is make that 2 for 2 at the line. Free throw rattles in for Murray. That gives him 10 points already in the game. Throw is good for Murray. Now pressure in the backcourt. Cuba City inbounds. And with it is Trevor Vandetta. He'll outlet and get it back. And Vandetta up the middle of the floor. Drifts off to the right. Now setting a screen in the middle is Timmerman to free up Vandetta. Left side. Hinterman has whistle. 3-second violation on Cuba City. That is their 4th turnover. Long off to Murray. Spin move to get into the lane. Turns, shoots from 10 feet. It's no good. Rebound bounced around. Finally grabbing it is Cruiser. Outlet goes to Hinterman. Up the left side of the floor. Hinterman keeps it. Now goes right. And he finds a teammate in Talon Vendetta. Corner right. Timmerman takes. Up on top. It's with Hinterman. Now he'll go to the corner right. And Cruiser leans in. The shot up and good by Henry Cruiser. His 2nd bucket tonight. And it's 29-28, 1-point lead for Darlington. Bush to the Cubans. And into the forecourt with it is Vandetta. Trevor Vandetta, that is. Now a pass comes back out onto the perimeter. And with it is Talon Vandetta. He'll dribble. Right side. Backing off, Cruiser takes. Over to the right. It's Vandetta with it. Works off a screen set by Timmerman. Now he runs into trouble, but floats it up with the right hand and off the backboard and in. That's a bank shot brought to you by Midwest One Bank. You'll always score more with Simply Better Banking. Midwest One Bank was on Brady Long, his first. 3rd team foul on the Redbirds. 3:59 to play till halftime. Timmerman checks out, coming back in is Gavin Vossen. Free throw, good. A 3-point time. Carter Murray back out. Now Will Murray, baseline, comes into the lane, throws a bullet pass up on top. Now Carter Murray on top to Long, and a 3-pointer is no good. Gavin Vossen grabs the rebound. Comes up the middle of the floor. Cut off by Ray to the rim and is called for an offensive foul. Tyson Richard took the foul. Second foul on Will Murray. It's a turnover on the Redbirds. And Cuba City to inbound with 3:20 remaining till halftime and guarding a 31-29 lead. And now we get a foul off the inbound. That's going to go on Reagan Jackson. And into the game now for Cuba City. Just came in a moment ago. That's Ben Richards. Now here's Cuba City. Coming in after that inbound pass, Vossen. Vossen picks up his dribble. Corner left to Vanetta. Forces in the pass on the baseline and back out with a rhythm three ball that's no good by Talon Vanetta. Darlington's got the rebound. They get in the forecourt with it. And here's Tag Guiley with it. They give it up on top to Carter Murray. Now to Long, and he gets fouled as he tries to lean in on the baseline. Tonight, first free throw, rimmed out. Henry Cruiser coming back in for Cuba City. Miles Hinderman goes out. And Broker Busher in. Second free throw, 2.5 to go. Now the ball loose on the floor, and it's picked up by Carter Murray. Murray to the rack, up and in, and a foul. Murray with his first bucket. The foul is committed by Carter Murray. Free throw miss. High for the rebound, Busher. Busher puts it up and in. That's an upside down three-point play. And it's 33-31. The Redbirds have the lead with just over 2 minutes to play till halftime. Now Darlington playing back on defense, and a rhythm three from the right, no good. All right, driving in, Long, out to Busher in the corner left, a three. That's the way you do it. Second three of the ball game for Broker Busher, and the Redbirds now have the lead. 36-31, 100 seconds remaining till halftime. Pass to the baseline, stolen away by Darlington. Fifth turnover. Rebound, Long. Goes in for the layup and puts it in. 38 Darlington. Make an 11-0 run. They were down by 2, and now they're up by 7. Now here's a rhythm three. Straight on, good. Tyson Richard. Down to 59 seconds. Busher three, no good. Rebound stolen away. 38-34. Darlington has the lead. Yeah, they were down 31-29. And Darlington, since that time, went on a 9-0 run. Cuba answered with a three, and it's 38-34. Busher goes out for the Redbirds. Cuba City inbounds, and the ball slapped away. Out of bounds. They going to call that a turnover on Cuba? I didn't really see it that way. No, they didn't. Now, cross-court pass, left-hand side. Corner left, Richard has, with 43 seconds to go till halftime. Here's the three, left side baseline. Richard missed it. Rebound, Redbirds have it. Brady Long forces it up the floor. Bounce pass, corner right, and dribbling in with, and then a jump pass, corner right again to Long. 0 for 1. 38-34. Redbirds lead. Here's Cuba City into the forecourt with it. Jump pass, right-hand side with it is Tyson Richard with 5 seconds. Now they get it up on top to Vossen. Vossen trying to drive left side, and a running shot with the right hand, good. Let's see, is that Vossen? Yes, it is Vossen. Gets his first 2 points tonight and scores to pull the Cubans to within 2. We're at halftime, and it's Darlington 38, Cuba City 36. Coming up, the Peterson Agency halftime report. That's next on Super Hits 106 and superhits106.com.
If life's worries are getting you
KIYX
down,
FM
don't let
Statesville
insurance
Dubuque, a
be
Queen
one of
Bee
those
radio
worries.
station.
Call the Peterson Agency in Argyle. Representing Hastings Mutual Insurance Company, the Peterson Agency's job is to reach Argyle. Representing Hastings Mutual Insurance Company, known for Midwestern values since 1885. They know insurance. The Peterson Agency in Argyle.
Enjoy a delicious turkey dinner from Tammy's Piggly Wiggly in Galena. You'll have a delicious, juicy turkey for your family with all your favorite sides while making the most of the time you have together. Call them today to place your holiday dinner order and let Tammy do the cook, fish, and more. Happy holidays from Tammy's Piggly Wiggly in Galena.
Piggly Wiggly, shop the pig.
In Game 2.
Insurance have industry expertise that can cover all types of businesses.
Having an insurance agency that understands our business is a real benefit. They know our people. It's something Tricor does really well.
Tricor's in-depth knowledge of insurance, regulation, compliance, and safety consulting is here to help your business succeed.
For residential, commercial, or ag building projects, call on Wolf Construction LLC of Lancaster. Todd Wolf and his crew pride themselves in providing full service for their customers at the highest of quality. Wolf Construction LLC of Lancaster, proud to back our local athletes.
24/7, 365. Myers Heating and Cooling is your trusted residential heating and cooling system service provider.
In Game 3. In Game 4.
Grant Regional Health Center is excited to announce its newest clinic location in Fenimore will officially open January 2nd, 2024. With convenient hours Monday through Friday and name a few, we're proud to expand with the addition of our clinic in Fenimore and excited to care for you closer to home. Grant Regional Community Clinic Fenimore, 608-723-2131. Experience the difference.
The weather can be unpredictable, so tune in to Super Hits 106 for area cancellations and a closing a success. Access Title Company in Lancaster and at accesstitlecompany.com.
Go Access Title. Go Access Title.
In Game 4.
Super Hits 106 and Super Hits 106, KIYX FM, Sageville, Dubuque. I'm Mark Evenstad from the Darlington leading Cuba City 38-36. We'll recap the first half here in a second. We'll give you a shoebox scoreboard update. And we will be unable to do so because the transmission here is garbled. We have no idea what it says. So let's recap the first half. Darlington got the biggest lead in the second half. They got it up to a 5-point lead, only to see Cuba to put themselves up. Let's see, what was the score? It was 31-29. Darlington went on a 9-0 run to make it 38-31, and then Cuba City got the last 5 points of the first half to close to within 2. Let's run down the scoring. For the Cuba City Cubans, led in scoring by Tyson Richard with 11. We'll check that. Miles Hinterman had 12. And Tyson Richard had 11. So they were in double figures. And for the rest of the Cubans, Henry Cruiser had 4. Gavin Vossen with 2. Trevor Vanetta for the Cubans. For the Darlington Redbirds, scoring-wise, leading the way. In double figures, Will Murray. He has 11. Broker Busher has 8. 5 for Reagan Jackson, 4 for Brady Long, 2 for Carter Murray, 3 for Tag Guiley, and 2 for Dante Glendenning. Foul trouble. Will Murray has 2, and that turnovers. So it's the Darlington Redbirds leading 38-36 over the Cuba City Cubans. Shoebox scoreboard update. Here we go. That update is cleaned up. Right now at halftime, Blackhawk up 27-26 on Monticello with 11 minutes to go in that game. And earlier today, the Milwaukee Bucks fall to the Indiana Pacers 126-119 in the NBA in-season tournament. So there you go. It's Cuba City for Hits106.com.
In Game 5.
Like any business, success in dairying is often determined by who you know rather than what you know. That's why it's good to know the pros at Fuller's, your Gia dealer. Fuller's is your source for the hygiene brand of products, as well as other dairy hygiene products. Make your operation more efficient and profitable, and get the most out of your dairy herd by...
This is Doug Dolter with Dubuque Mattress. Dubuque Mattress was voted best place to buy a mattress for many reasons, but one of them was best price. Because Dubuque Mattress is a mattress factory, we are truly factory direct. We cut out the cost of the middleman. And because of our volume, we have the most buying power. I personally guarantee that Dubuque Mattress is 10 to 40% less than any other mattress store in town. Find us on Highway 20 directly across from Tyson's. Dubuque Mattress for the rest of your life.
Dubuque Mattress Factory, you get a little snooze time.
In Game 5.
This is Dr. Ben Muhlstein from Keeler Family Dental. My family and our Keeler Family Dental family wish you and yours all the joys of the season. We are grateful for your business in the past year and look forward to serving you in the new year. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year from Cuba City Family Dental, Keeler Family Dental, and Darlington Family Dental. Keep smiling, Tri-States.
Whatever you do, 457977. It's your kids' hotline straight to the North Pole.
Ho, ho, ho! It's Santa, and I'm looking forward to taking your calls live from the North Pole. Wednesday, December 13th from 6 to 8 p.m.
The Crone America Interview with Santa, presented by Culver's of Dubuque, Platteville, and Galena. Listen Wednesday, December 13th from 6 to 8 p.m.
106.com. Our game tonight between Darlington and Cuba City, brought to you by WCC Brands, Custom Apparel in Keeler and Lancaster. Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialist in Lancaster. People's State Bank for personal, home, business, and ag loans. Visit one of their convenient area locations or visit peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC. The lights, recaps, previews, interviews, and more. New episodes every Thursday on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube and SoundCloud channels. Andy Miller started the game tonight for Cuba City, but early in the game, very early in the game, he hit his head on the floor and he left the game. So no word on him since that time. Let's see who is out there playing. It is Trevor Vanetta, who is playing at his place. We're underway for the second half, and Cuba City with the basketball with Cruiser. Back to the basket, throws it up on top, and then dribbling in, junction right, and then dribbling back out of that, and bounce pass comes out to Cruiser. Off to the left-hand side, and Gavin Vossen loops the pass into the paint, tough, and we are tied at 38 to begin the second half. Pass goes to Carter Murray, right-hand side, back out, long takes, sweeps the ball around, and then entry pass, free throw line. Carter Murray has. Bounce pass, Busher, three, good! Broker Busher with his third Birds lead. Bounce pass, corner right, rhythm three, off the front of the rim by Richard. Rebound, Murray's got it, lead feed up ahead. Left-hand side, Busher feeds Will Murray on the baseline. Twists and turns, somehow completes the pass. Inside to Murray, and he put it in. Carter Murray with the basket. 43-38, a foul. Our halftime today brought to you by the Peterson Agency in Argyle. Brian Peterson specializes in farm, home, auto, and umbrella policies. He's one of the best. Brian Peterson at the Peterson Agency in Argyle. Now here's a dribble drive. Down the paint, a layup attempt, no good. The other way, and they do it with Vanetta. Pulling out high, Richard. And post up, baseline, turning and twisting. Shot missed from a couple of feet away by Cruiser. Shot put back up, it's no good. A tip attempt, that's no good by Richard. Rebound Darlington, clean block. 15:49 to play in the game. 43-38, the Redbirds have the lead. Here's a slap of the ball, and the Redbirds inbound with Carter Murray. Corner left. Look for some movement. And the pass comes up on tap to Carter Murray over to Jackson. Busher, rhythm three from the right. Oh, my! That's the way you do it. 14 for Broker, fouled. Foul was on Murray. Which one? Carter Murray. Carter Murray picked up the foul, his second. And now, at the free throw line is Henry Cruiser for a chance at completing a three-point play. 46-40, the Redbirds lead more quickly. And Busher, another three, right side, no good. Hinterman's got the rebound for Cuba City. Hinterman up the floor on the dribble, comes up the left side. He's working against Long. Still on the dribble is Hinterman. Now he'll find a teammate and get it to Vossen. Will Murray, and he didn't find it. It's a turnover on Darlington. Cuba City comes back the other way. Layup attempt, no good. Shot blocked, and Busher comes away with it. Now here's Darlington posting in the paint, and with the left hand, Will Murray puts it up and in. Will Murray with 13 points, 48-40. Redbirds have an 8-point lead. That's their biggest. 12:27 to play in the ball game. Up short, and Will Murray comes up with a loose ball. Murray down the middle of the floor, and Murray puts it up off glass. No good. Rebound knocked out of bounds, and it was last touched by Darlington. Basketball brought to you by First National Bank of Darlington and Gratiot, proudly serving your banking needs since 1934. Check them out at fnbdarlington.com or find them on Facebook. That's First National Bank of Darlington, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender. Here's a stack along the sideline in the deep corner left on the inbound, and the inbound is stolen away by Darlington, and a layup up and good by Cuba City. Now Darlington trying to fight for a loose ball. Whistle, foul called. 48-42, Darlington has the lead. 13:50 remaining in the game. They skip in the bounce pass to Vossen. And now Darlington will inbound left of the basket. Murray gets it. Long has. Ball fake. Back in the corner left. And a three. No good from Carter Murray. And the ball goes out of bounds. It'll belong to Darlington. 13:44 to play in the game. Coming back in, Talon Van Netta for Cuba City. Checking out Trevor Van Netta. Inbound comes about Ford. No. Rebound. The Cubans have it with Miles Hinterman. He'll work up the floor. Now they throw it in the corner right, and a three on the way. Good by Tyson Richard. 14 for Richard. 48-45. Redbirds lead at three. Now they dish it deep low to Will Murray, and he puts it up and in. Murray now with 15 points in the game. Not miss. Will Murray comes up with a loose ball. 2-on-1. Lob up to Murray, and he puts it into the basket. Long came from the right side of the hoop. Murray from the left, and Long just kind of floated it up there for Murray. I think he wanted to dunk it, but didn't have the right angle for it, so he just put it in. 52-45, the Birds lead. Jumper from 10, and that is no good. From Talon Van Netta. Broker Busher the rebound. 12.5 to go in the game. 52-45. Redbirds have the lead. Murray with 17. 55-45. Just like that, it's a 10-point ball game. Now an off-balance fall-away jumper from 10. No good by Vossen. And the rebound collected by Cuba City. They'll inbound the ball left of the basket with 12:04 to play in the game. Gavin Vossen inbound. Lob it up on top to Cruiser. He'll pass right. Now working his 47. The Redbirds lead by 8. Long to Will Murray. Off the left wing. Getting on top with Guiley. And a three is good. And it's 58-47. Jumper on the way, no good, but put back up right away by Henry Cruiser. Murray, they try to push him out of there. He gives it up and gets it to a teammate. He gets it to Zeke Zuberbuehler, who puts it in. 60-49, Redbirds by 11. 11 minutes to play in the game. Rhythm three in the corner, right! That's the way you do it! Talon Vandetta with his first points of the game. 60-52. Corner left. Three von Jackson, and he knocked it down. Darlington after back-to-back threes. Now the Cubans working it into the forecourt with Miles Hinderman. And on the dribble, a bounce pass wide open underneath. Cruiser, and his shot is blocked. I thought maybe that was a goaltend. I thought somebody got up there and swatted it off the backboard. Coming up with a rebound, Darlington, and the Cubans commit a foul. One of the Redbird players reached up and swatted it away. 10:13 to play, 63-52. The Redbirds have the lead. Inbound coming wide left of the basket. The official is trying to get one of the Redbird players' attention. Say, here, this is the spot we're going to inbound it. Inbound, nearly thrown away. Broker Busher has. Now coming on the baseline, right side, and rising and scoring is Carter Murray. 6 dribbling and working his way sideways. Sideways is Miles Hinderman. On the dribble, right, Talon Vandetta. Ball knocked away, coming up with a loose ball, turnover, Cuba City. And the Redbirds have it into the forecourt. Zeke Zuberbuehler with it. Lob pass, Henry Cruiser for the Cubans. They'll push it up the floor, mid-speed. Trevor Vendetta with it. Bounce pass, corner baseline. With it is Cruiser. Cruiser will have to dish it off and get it out to Vossen. Vossen driving down the paint, off the front of the rim, no good. Fighting for the rebound and putting it up and in, falling away. Gavin Vossen. 6 for Vossen, 65-54. Darlington now leads by 11. Baseline dribble, Busher. Talon Vandetta gets the foul, that's his first. It's the second team foul on the Cubans. Darlington has 4. And here's Zuberbuehler at the free throw line and makes the first free throw. Into the game now for Cuba City is Hudson Keeler. A 67-54. Redbirds with a 13-point lead. Here's Miles Hinderman on the dribble, working against Busher. He has a seam, puts it up off glass. He got fouled by Busher, and Busher commits his first foul. 15 foul on the Redbirds. And at the free throw line is Miles Hinderman for the Cubans. Second free throw on the way for Miles Hinderman. That's good. Miles Hinderman now with 14 points. 67-56. Redbirds have an 11-point lead. Darlington in no control. From the right wing, dribbling, driving, layup attempt, no good for Jackson, and the rebound coming out to Cuba. Up the floor comes Boston. Bounce pass, corner left. Attempt to knock down the three, no good from Keeler. Now Darlington has the ball, and Busher working his way right wing. He passes to Dante Glendenning. And jumper from the left side, an air ball. Oh, he goes back up on top. Fighting Vandetta, Talon Vandetta. Make it Trevor Vandetta. They work it in the corner left. And Cuba City with Trevor Vandetta coming outside toward the perimeter. Trying to work against the Darlington defense, and Tyson Richard comes off a screen, works to the baseline left, cut off there. Now taking a three straight on by Carter Murray. Pass goes to Busher. He'll work between the circles with it with 7 minutes to go in the ball game. And we get a foul call. A little touch foul is called. Foul is on Tyson Richard, his first. Third team. We've got some switch outs going on. Now coming in, Nate Timmerman for the Cubans. And Gavin they lob on the inbound to Will Murray. Gets into the paint. Picks up the dribble. Cut off. Now they go to the corner left. Dribbling in. And driving is Reagan Jackson. Up and in and a foul. And a chance for the hoop and the harm. Six-team foul on Cuba City. So the next is the bonus. And here is Reagan Jackson at the line. Misses the free throw. Free throw bounces around and Trevor Vandetta comes up with it. It's 69-56. Darlington leading Cuba City. Pass wing left. Richard has. Picks up his dribble. Skips it ahead to Vossen. Trying to work his way past. And Darlington's got the rebound. They toss it up ahead and a reverse layup attempt is no good for Will Murray. Rebound comes off to the Cubans. And Richard into the forecourt, just beyond the arc. 6:20 to play in the ball game. Richard now off balance shot is blocked out of bounds. And we'll get Henry Cruiser into the game. Boy, I sure hope Andy Miller is okay. Opening minute of the game, he got knocked down, hit his head on the floor, and he was in real pain. And so he left. So we hope that he's going to be okay. Inbound coming from Miles Hinterman. Left Hinterman. Junction left. Now he'll get it to a teammate. And with a three ball, good by Tyson Richard. 17 for Richard. And we have a timeout. 6:02 to play in the ball game. Darlington 69. Cuba City 59. Oh, it's going to be a 30-second timeout. All right. I thought it was a full. We shall refrain from the full timeout. Basketball brought to you by First National Bank of on Facebook. First National Bank of Darlington, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender. Also, our basketball tonight is being brought to you by Dottie's Tire and Auto in Dickeyville. Call the only hooker in town for 24-hour towing service at 568-3014. Your home for excellent car care is Dottie's Tire and Auto in Dickeyville. And also our game is brought to you by Guys Truck and Tractor for heavy-duty towing and recovery.com. Offensive possession for the Darlington Redbirds. They work into the forecourt. Busher off a screen, a three, no good. He missed it off to the left, and Cuba's got the rebound. Miles Hinterman into the forecourt with it for Cuba. Comes near the free throw line, and back into the corner, and a three, rimmed out, no good by Miles Hinterman. Long rebound comes out, and Cuba recovers. He's got 20 points now. And then the Redbirds come back with a basket, and it's 71-62. 5:10 remaining. Here's a dribble drive, and a leaning layup is no good for Hinterman. Offensive rebound for the Cubans. Back out, Hinterman with. Now we'll get another timeout. Another 30-second timeout. This is called by Darlington. 4:59 to play in the game. Darlington 71, Cuba City 62. Shoebox scoreboard update. Mineral Point over Southwestern, 68-46. Another shoebox scoreboard update. This is girls basketball game. And here it's Darlington 71, Cuba City 62. Our game is brought to you by Claire Bank with their 8 locations in Southwest Wisconsin. Proudly supporting high school sports teams. Claire Bank, well, they say we can do that. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Got free throws coming up here. That was on that foul by Trevor Vanetta, his second. Team foul number 7. So it's the bonus 2, and now he's already made 1, making it 72-62. And the second free throw is good for long. So he made 2, missed 2, and now made 2. 73-62, the Birds have the lead. Dribbling on the baseline, an off-balance shot missed by Vossen. Darlington's got the rebound. Out to Long. Cut off of the baseline left. He'll get out to Murray. Carter Murray. Bounce pass. Free throw Murray. And he kisses it off the glass and in. Another bank shot. Brought to you by Midwest One Bank. Midwest One Bank. Simply better banking. Member FDIC. 75-62. The Birds have the lead. Rising. Jumper on the way. Miss. No good. Hung on the rim for a little bit and fell off. Gavin Vossen with the miss. Darlington back the other way. Busher underneath the Murray. Lays it up and in and a foul. And a chance for the +1. Time in a while. 21 now for Murray. 4:06 to play in the game. Free throw. Murray missed it. A fight for the rebound. And it's put back up and in by Reagan Jackson. That's a 4-point play altogether. 79-62. The Birds have the lead on the Cubans. Miles Hinterman. Boys, he's had a great night tonight. And Hinterman on the dribble. Henry Cruiser. And we'll have a timeout. It's a full timeout. 3:38 to play in the game. Darlington, 79. Cuba City, 64. We're back after this on Super Hits 106 and superhits106.com.
In Game 7.
People's State Bank is a locally owned and managed bank with convenient technology and low fees. People's State Bank is it. As a community bank, they're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become a part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Delicious Wishes from Culver's. For a limited time, buy $40 in Culver's gift card with real Wisconsin cheese, mayonnaise, lettuce, pickle, and tomato. Take care of holiday shopping and relax with a meal at Culver's. Buy $40 in gift cards and get a free value basket at Culver's in Dubuque, Galena, and Platteville.
In Game 7.
Super Hits 106 and superhits106.com. Back to action. 3:30 remaining in the ball game. Busher right on the rim, and he put it in. And Broker Busher has 16 points. The foul was on Miles Hinterman. Check that. That's on Tyson Richard, his third. Free throw good by Busher. His first free throw tonight. And Busher, 16-17. 17 points for Busher. I stand corrected. 82-64. Darlington starting to run away with it. Foul was called on Broker Busher, his third. And at the free throw line is Henry Cruiser. And makes the first. Henry Cruiser with 13 points. 82-65. Darlington with the lead. Back the other way. And layup good for Darlington. 3 minutes left. 84-65. There's Cuba City getting into the offensive end. Dribbling beyond the arc. Gavin Vossen finds an outlet and gets it to Tyson Richard. Sure, the rebound. Lead feed up to Murray. Murray in the paint. Puts it up and in. Will Murray. 23 points for Murray. Rhythm three. No good for Miles Hinterman. Rebound. Darlington up ahead. Reagan Jackson back up on top. Brady Long gets it to Carter Murray. Wing right. Long has. Dribbles, then kicks out Busher. Three for the left. No good. Hinterman with it. Looking for an entry pass. Instead pulls it back and goes to Vanetta. Bounce pass. Rolls away. And Will Murray gets it. Murray driving to the basket. Layup attempt. No good. Fouled. And he'll go to the line and shoot a couple. With 1:44 to play in the game. The foul was on Gavin Vossen. His third. Free throw. Good by Murray. Hold the phone. Murray wanted to shoot the free throw, and the official said, Trevor Vandetta, who wants to come into the game. Now the official says, all right, you can come into the game. And Reagan Jackson will check out. Minute 44 left, 88-65. Darlington in the lead. And Murray makes the second. .25 points for Will Murray. And he comes out. Redbirds will start putting some other personnel into the game. Nolan Carpenter, 5'9", junior. He's now into the game. And Dante Glendenning. He'll take up the floor. Here's a rhythm three, straight on, no good. By Trevor Vandetta, the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Darlington basketball. Also playing for Darlington, Patmore. Here's a dribble by the Redbirds with Carpenter. Now they pass it up on top. And they get to Paxton Paisley. Paisley, a couple of dribbles. They work it around left, just outside the arc. And with it is Blaze White. Now the ball knocked away. Ball loose on the floor. Cuba City comes up with a loose ball. And a nice spin move for a layup attempt. That's nope, no foul. The ball was knocked out of bounds. It's a turnover. So with 50 seconds remaining, Darlington will probably just run out the clock here. 89-65, they lead it. A couple of dribbles and a handoff by the Redbirds. And a bounce pass underneath the basket. Nobody's home. It's a turnover on the Redbirds. Chance for Cuba City to get in a score with 39 seconds. It's part of our post-game activity. Here's a lob pass to Timmerman. He'll throw it right back and get it to Trevor Vandetta. And a three on the way, no good. Timmerman fighting for the rebound. Coming up with the loose ball is Richards, and a three on the way, no good. 7 seconds left. Darlington will just run out the clock. And Darlington's next game, I believe, is Monday night against Belleville. Yeah, it seems like there's this round-robin thing going on with Belleville and Cuba City and Darlington. They're all on kind of this round-robin scheduling early in the season. Well, they cleared the scoreboard. I'll have to ask somebody what's the final score. I think it is 89-74. I'll have to ask somebody. But Darlington wins tonight, and they go to. They'll have a game next week, and it will be Cuba City. No, that's girls basketball. Here, let's look at this next week. Boys basketball, Cuba City at East Dubuque. That'll be coming up on Monday. And the Darlington Redbirds. Coming up, we'll take a break. And when we come back, we'll get to the Culver's Cool Down postgame show. That's straight ahead on Super Hits 106 and superhits106.com, KIYX-FM, Sageville, Dubuque.
In Game 8.
Grant Regional Health Center's newest clinic location in Fenimore will officially open January 2nd, 2024. Our new clinic will offer important access to local care for you and your family. Our family practice providers include Dr. David Casillas Plazola, Dr. Ron White, and Brian Quick, PAC. In addition to primary care, our clinic will also offer lab, radiology, and rehabilitation services. For appointments, call 608-723-2131. Grant Regional Community Clinic, Fenimore. Experience the difference.
Heads Up Salon. Sherry, Jenny, Brittany, and Sydney at Heads Up do highlights, color, cuts, perms, and new barbering services too. Heads Up Salon, North Jefferson Street, Lancaster.
Steve Schmidt's Sports Treasures Plus in Stoughton has unique team treasures. They have over 25,000 signed sports cards, plus autographed photos, bobbleheads, caps, signed baseballs, and more. That's Steve Schmidt's Sports Treasures Plus in Stoughton.
In Game 8. In Game 9.
Honey, I've got a secret. I've been talking to someone.
Just who are you talking to?
Last night I called the North Pole and chatted with the jolly old elf himself.
Oh, Santa.
And the kids can do it too.
Ho, ho, ho! It's Santa, and I'm looking forward to taking your calls live from the North Pole. Wednesday, December 13th from 6 to 8 p.m.
I'm marking our calendar right now.
The Crone America Interview with Santa, presented by Culver's of Dubuque, Platteville, and Galena. Listen Wednesday, December 13th from 6 to 8 p.m.
What does the Lifetime Comfort Guarantee from Dubuque Mattress really mean? It means peace of mind. For the entire life of your Dubuque mattress, we will adjust the feel of it. If it feels a little too firm, we'll make it softer. If your mattress feels too soft, we'll make it firmer. We take the "what if I don't like it" out of mattress shopping to give you peace of mind. Dubuque Mattress, for the rest of your life.
At Dubuque Mattress Factory, you got a little snooze time.
In Game 9. In Game 10.
For a beautiful smile as white as fresh snow, visit Cuba City Family Dental or Keeler Family Dental. This is Dr. Matt Andrews. From orthodontics to dental implants and one appointment, all ceramic crowns, we can help you have healthy teeth. Call for your appointment today. This holiday season, show off your new smile. The entire staff at Cuba City Family Dental and Keeler Family Dental would like to wish you a joyous holiday season and thank you to all of our patients for your continued business. Keep smiling, Tri-States.
Delicious wishes from Culver's. For a limited time, buy $40 in Culver's gift cards and get a free value basket. That's a gift for someone on your list and a gift for yourself. Enjoy a world-famous butter burger like the Culver's Deluxe with real Wisconsin cheese, mayonnaise, lettuce, pickle, and tomato. Take care of holiday shopping and relax with a meal at Culver's. Buy $40 in gift cards and get a free value basket at Culver's in Dubuque, Galena, and Platteville.
In Game 10.
Super Hits 106 and superhits106.com. The Darlington Redbirds win over the Cuba City Cubans 89-65 in SWAL Conference basketball action. And Tom Uppana, the coach of the Darlington Redbirds, joining us right now. Well, you know, when you look at the score at halftime, it was 38-36. You got to tell yourself, wow, we got to be prepared for a very close basketball game. Could come down to the final possession. It could be one of those. But, boy, the second half, your team really turned it on. Limited Cuba City to the one-and-done type offensive possessions and really took advantage and flexed the muscles and got the ball inside and got some great, good perimeter shooting.
Yeah, we finally came to life. We've been a second-half team for – well, back into last year. It took us a little bit to get going, find our second win, and get out and push, but a lot of that is because our defense wasn't great. Now, I got to give a lot of credit to Cuba City because they shot really well. They ran good offense, and they had a great game plan coming into this one. But, like you said, second chance points, we didn't rebound well. And I had to remind them that a couple times that we got to do a better job on the glass because we can't give them extra looks, tip outs for threes and things like that. Cleaned that up in the second half, finally got things going. Woke up from the three-point line a little bit, hit some shots. Will Murray attacked the rim really well, and we did kind of what we want to do.
Now you get dates with Belleville and
Fenimore.
Fenimore, yeah.
Fenimore and Point next. Yeah.
Fenimore and Point next
We played
week.
Belleville on Tuesday.
All right. Well, Fenimore's struggling, but again, that's the type of program that they never give up.
Right.
And so you got to be ready for them. And then Mineral Point, that's I heard one coach say Mineral Point's in mid-season form, so they're really good.
They are in mid-season form. They they had you can tell they definitely were in the gym when we were out still on the football field, and they're ready to go. They look really, really good. So that's going to be a heck of a game, but we gotta take care of Fenimore first. And Coach Larson always does a really good job of throwing something at us to slow us down, and he's as good as they come. So.
All right. Hey, Tom, congratulations on the win. We'll see you next week, I'm sure.
All right. Thanks, Mark.
You bet. Tom Uppana, the coach of the Darlington Redbirds, on our Culver's Cool Down post-game show. Why don't we take a break, and we'll come back with more of the Culver's Cool Down post-game show next on Super Hits 106 and superhits106.com.
Post-game 1 minute.
Cheese is the perfect addition to any holiday meal. Hi, this is Christine Raleigh of Raleigh Cheese House. Visit our store for your favorite cheese selections, including our own Dunbarton Blue, Red Rock, and Little Mountain. We customize gift boxes for any budget. Don't forget about our made-to-order cheese trays that everyone will love. Taste the difference of handmade Wisconsin cheese at Raleigh Cheese House. Visit us on Facebook, raleighcheese.com, or on the corner of Highways 11 and 23, Shellsburg.
When area teams are in action, we've got you covered. High school sports on QB Radio is brought to you by Grant Regional Health Center and People State Bank. Presented by Myers Heating and Cooling of Lancaster and Wolf Construction of Lancaster. Check out our upcoming sports schedule at am1590wpvl.com.
Shop local. Shop at Cruisin' Kids and Walkers Clothing and Shoes. Gift cards are the perfect gift for that hard-to-buy-for person on your list. Shop head to toe for the entire family. Cruisin' Kids and Walkers Clothing and Shoes on the square in Lancaster.
They gift wrap for free.
We all know how unpredictable the weather in our area can be. Tune in to Super Hits 106 as we'll keep you up to date on all the cancellations and delays affecting the tri-states. Cancellations and delays are presented by Anderson Auto of Platteville. Make sure you don't get stuck out in the cold with a visit to Anderson Auto Repair in Platteville. They'll check your fluids, including oil and antifreeze, plus tires, suspension, and more. And they'll get you in right away and back on the road. Learn more about Anderson Auto Repair on Facebook.
With Dad's arthritis, he needs extra help around the house, so I called a Grace. Yes, a Grace. With their agent home service, he can stay at
Home. That's where I want to spend these months. With hospice care from a Grace, I can stay home with my dog and my grandkids and their laughter.
I had no idea laughter could be a part of my life again after Joe died. But through a Grace, I found hope and healing.
A Grace, caring every step of the way.
Thank you to everyone who donated to the Platteville Holiday Project's Coats for Kids campaign. The distribution of winter coats this year will be held on Thursday, December 7th at the Platteville United Methodist Church on Lancaster Street. Coat sizes include infants all the way to adult sizes, so please stop by between 4 and 6 on December 7th and our volunteers will be happy to help. Platteville Holiday Project's Coats for Kids campaign is sponsored by Dupaco Community Credit Union in Platteville and Dubuque Super Hits 106.
So, what's the asking price on these houses?
You'd probably be more comfortable living somewhere else.
How long is the lease?
Sure, you can afford to live here, but...
How about the schools?
We have twins.
This neighborhood probably wouldn't be right for your kids.
If a real estate or rental agent says anything like this, you are being discriminated against, and it is illegal. If you experience housing discrimination, go to HUD.gov/fair housing and report it. Fair housing. The law is on your side. A message from HUD in partnership with the National Fair Housing Alliance.
Craig Culver of Culver's.
Times have changed since Mom first created Culver's Double Butter Burger Deluxe, but one thing sure hasn't.
Craig, what would you like to share for show and tell?
This is a butter burger. Whoa! Fresh beef, never frozen, seared to perfection, topped with real Wisconsin cheese on a lightly buttered bun. Butter burger, butter burger.
Hungry? Stop in for one today.
It's time for the Culver's Cool Down Postgame Show, brought to you by Culver's in Dubuque, Galena, and Platteville.
Super Hits 106 and superhits106.com. I'm Mark Evenstad. Final score tonight, the Darlington Redbirds roll over the Cuba City Cubans 89-65, but at halftime it was a 2-point ball game. What did Darlington do differently in the second half? Well, they picked up the tempo and defensively they challenged Cuba City on their shot attempts. They literally got every single rebound and would then get into quick transition and get down the floor very quickly. And they overtook the Cubans 51-29 in the second half to come away with the victory in tonight's game. Tricor Turning Point, that's brought to you by Tricor Insurance. Insurance plans built for you, your family, and your business. Contact Tricor Insurance today. And the turning point was that second half when the Redbirds exploded for a 51-29 advantage in the second half. You know, it was fairly close the early part of the second half, and then Darlington just, they just turned on the engines and rolled to the win over Cuba City. Turning Point brought to you by Tricor Insurance and Financial Services. Insurance plans built for you, your family, and your business. Contact Tricor Insurance today. Welcome to our Culver's Cool Down post-game show. Our game tonight has been brought to you by Midwest One Bank. You always score more with Simply Better Banking. Midwest One Bank, member FDIC. Also, Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque, powering our audio stream. Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque, when you are ready. Community First Bank, for you in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. That's cfbank.com, member FDIC. Shoebox scoreboard. Check it on the scoreboard here. Mineral Point beat Southwestern 68-46. And also tonight a final, Platteville over Lancaster in girls basketball 53-47. That'll wrap up our broadcast for tonight. We will see Mineral Point girls against Cuba City girls here tomorrow night. We'll have the Raleigh Cheese pregame at around 7 o'clock and the game time around 7:20 on Super Hits 106 and superhits106.com. That'll wrap up our broadcast. Thanks for listening. The preceding has been a Queen Bee Radio Sports presentation on Super Hits 106, KIYX FM, Sageville, Dubuque, a Queen Bee radio station. So long, everyone.
This has been a Queen Bee Radio High School sports presentation.
Dubuque Super Hits 106 is KIYX Sageville, Dubuque, a Queen Bee radio station. On air at 106.1 and online at superhits106.com.
All the songs I love.